Alright, it's 5 a.m. I already have all my stuff broken down and I am making breakfast. And the goal today is about 17.4 to Madison Spring Hut. It's going to be a tough day, man. I got to get up over like 2 mountains, then over Mount Washington, and then down Washington to Madison. It's going to be a really long day, but I'm trying to catch some people. Try to catch up to my crew. So I'm going to push. So steep. It's time to scale some rocks, get in some real mountain climbing. Here you go. Woo. Let's get it. Alright, got another rock scramble here. Woo. I gotta climb up that. It doesn't even look like trail, huh? Let's get it. A little bit of wind damage through here. Woo! Hope no trees fall on my head. Alright, I know a couple hours ago I said I was going to shoot for 18.7 today. I don't know if that's going to be possible. This whole section, Mount Webster, and all that stuff up to Washington, I kind of forgot how rugged it is. This is not an easy section, man. The past couple miles have been absolutely kicking my butt. So, I'm gonna have to figure out some new logistics. About 1.5 miles from Mizpah Springs Hut, which is a little white square off there in the distance. I think that's it anyway. Well, I got here to Mizpah Springs Hut in the hopes that there might be like leftover breakfast or something, but turns out they didn't even have coffee. I guess they've been getting deliveries all morning from a helicopter, so they don't have anything baked or any coffee or anything. So I'm just gonna refill my water and push on and eat a bunch of my food. Oh well. Alright, I'm making pretty good time here. I'm probably about 3.5 miles from Lakes of the Clouds hut. Just want to bring something up. There's like a pretty popular misconception that Mount Washington is a difficult climb. And it's not a hard climb at all. What makes it a hard climb is if you get inclement weather. If you get crap weather, it can be a hellish climb, but the climb that's tougher than Mount Washington is everything from Crawford Notch leading up to Lakes of the Clouds. You're slowly going like this and building up. And by the time you get up to the Lakes of the Clouds hut, it's only a 1.5 mile hike up to Washington, and it's graded pretty well. The elevation charts make it look steep, like it's absolutely terrible and a really hard climb, and it's not. So I'm trying to book it to Lakes of the Clouds so I can get to the top of this mountain, get something to eat, and get over it. Woo! Hopefully I get some clear weather on top. That would be amazing. I'm so glad I made it here, and unlike the other hut I was at earlier, they got a really good spread here. We got coffee, we got bars, we got brownies, we got goodness. Now it's 1.4 to the top of Washington. Bye, Blaze. Look at all this, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go get this mountain. Whew. Point two. Almost there. Alright, it may be tough to see through the clouds, but I've made it to the top of Mount Washington. The visitor center is right up here. It's pretty much like Disneyland. It's like tourist city. Whew. Oh man. This is the top of Mount Washington, the visitor center. Alright, I could not resist. I know I just ate an avocado and stuff like an hour and a half ago at Lakes of the Clouds. But I got up here and they got all kinds of food and good stuff. So I just got a bowl of chili, some bread, some crackers, and a barks. And then I'll keep walking. Alright, heading up to the summit. I'm so glad to be off Washington. Well, at least the peak of Washington. It's like freaking Disneyland up there, man. Like, I just tried to get my picture taken at the summit, and like 2 people tried to butt in front of me. There was a line of like 15 people trying to get their picture taken at the summit, and 13 of them drove to the top. You know, I walked there from Georgia. Give me a break, man. You see me with a big backpack. Let me get a picture so I can move on and keep hiking. Ugh. I'm trying to get this work for stay at Madison Spring Hut. 6 miles, I gotta be there by 5. It's like 3. So, I gotta cruise. Hopefully I can get it. I know there's gonna be 5 or 6 people behind me trying to get the same thing, so fingers crossed.
There is a train that goes up and down Mount Washington, the Cog Railway, and this is it. Gorgeous. Man, I'm like 15 and a half miles into my day right now with 3 left to go. It's a little bit past 5 o'clock, which is when you want to get to a hut for a work for stay. So I'm not going to be hitting this place till like 6:30. Really hoping that work for stays aren't filled up, because I cannot hike more than, 18.7 or 19 miles in a day. Not through the whites, man. I'm feeling it right now. My feet, my knees, everything hurts. Man, look at that. I can see the top of Mount Washington. It's clear up there now. Oh well. I get to see all this anyway. Whew. Alright, man. Right up there. I just almost broke my ankle 3 times in a matter of like 20 feet. I got one more big mountain I gotta get. I gotta cruise down this big steep thing, and then you can see the trail over there skirts all the way up that mountain. So I gotta get up and over that to get down to the hut, and hopefully I can stay there. Oh, man, this is brutal. Past mile and a half has been freaking like the longest mile and a half on the whole AT. Absolutely brutal. Killing me. I know this is just a warm up for Madison, because Madison's way worse than this, but I should have like a half mile left, man. I've been doing this too long. It's driving me crazy. I want to be done. It's beautiful, perfect weather. I'm loving it, but man, this is like mile 18, almost 18 and a half, and for the whites, that's a pretty big freaking day. I'm whooped.
GoPro kind of stiffed them by using a lot of copyrighted material.
There's Madison Hut. Hopefully it's gonna be home for the night. It's a long fucking day, man. Whew. Fingers crossed, man. I do not want to walk anymore.
Alright, I've calmed down a little bit. It's the next morning, obviously. I set up my tent at the stealth spot that the children recommended. It's kind of on the side of a hill. I set up on top of a couple big boulders. Luckily, my mattress pad kind of fit in between them. I understand that... Actually, no, I don't. Let me show you where my tent was set up. My tent was set up right here. You see these big ass boulders? Yeah. I was right on top of them, but luckily my mattress pad slid like right in between those boulders, so I was kind of only on top of that part, but it sucked regardless. And then Blaze and Sparrow are set up down there.
they got the little double bunk thing going on or whatever. All right, time to start walking. Still walking down the trail that I was sent down last night. So this isn't even the AT. Back on the AT, and I'm definitely gonna go to Rattle River Hostel. I have 3 boxes there, and it's gonna start pouring rain. I'm 7.5 miles from there, but it's a really tough 7.5 miles. I remember it from last time. It was one of my most hated sections on the AT. But whew. Rain's a-coming. Alright, this is where it starts to get both fun and a little sketch at the same time. I'm about to be above tree line here, and hopefully it's just rain coming in. Whoa, not a thunderstorm. Damn, that wind is strong. Alright, we're gonna put the jacket on. Holy. Full on rock scramble in the wind. It's so hard to see where you're going, and this is like a freaking rock scramble. Gotta stay low, man. This wind will blow you over. It's so easy to get off track. I just started climbing that instead of going this way. It's hard to see, man. It's windy. I almost got blown over a couple times. I gotta take a break. Almost on top though. Alright, the wind's been so raw, I had to hole up behind this rock. I'm off trail. I don't know by how far, I gotta check, but the trail split off and went down like Valley View or something, and it went that way, but it looks like that's a really steep drop off. So right now, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be somewhere over there, but I can't see anything. This is really tough and frustrating and dangerous, and all these rocks are wet and slippery. I gotta put this camera away for a while because I don't have my waterproof case anymore, and this thing is gonna get wet. Luckily I ran into some other hikers, and they helped me get back on track. This side of the mountain isn't nearly as bad with the wind. My knee is killing me though. My left knee. I don't know, it's been acting up occasionally here and there when I got to do a lot of stepping. And it's definitely acting up now. I have a knee brace in my pack, but I don't feel like digging it out. I got less than a mile till I'm below tree line, and it's a really steep climb down, but whew, I don't know. I'm whooped already. And it's not even 10 a.m. Alright, so that was a pretty miserable day coming down over Madison. It was kind of tough, but I made it to the visitor center, and it was kind of tough getting down once I got down past tree line. It was super steep for a while, but then I get here to the visitor center and I realized something absolutely horrible. That debit card that I waited 3 weeks for from Hawaii, I didn't have it. It wasn't in my wallet. So I panicked. I ripped everything out of my backpack. I freaked out. I don't have it anywhere. So I remember the last place that I had it was in Lincoln. Way back in Lincoln, New Hampshire. It's 50 miles from here. And I called the bank there, and yeah, I left it in the ATM. So tomorrow, I'm going to Rattle River tonight. Tomorrow, I gotta be at the visitor center by 7:30. It's gonna cost me probably $50 round trip to go get my freaking debit card. At least I know where it is. I'm just super bummed. The past couple days have been very, very difficult. And, you know, I got a love-hate relationship with the AT, and right now I'm kind of hating it. Alright, so F-Word and I are headed to Rattle River Hostel. And John was kind enough to pick us up and give us a ride, because it's a pretty long hitch. I think it's like 10 or 12 miles or something. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Stay at Rattle River, wake up tomorrow early, catch a shuttle back to Pinkham Notch, catch a shuttle from AMC to Lincoln to get my card, and then a shuttle back from Lincoln to Pinkham Notch. We made it to Rattle River Hostel, formerly White Mountain Hostel. At least that's what it was called when I got here. Alright, let me give you a quick rundown of Rattle River. So you come in, packs go on the wall, showers are here, charging station there, town clothes there, laundry goes in the basket. Once you're clean, non-soiled, and all your dirty stuff is out here, you enter the house. This is the kitchen, which you have full access to. A sweet dining room here. An awesome living room here. And best of all, the first Eagles game of the season. Eagles versus Falcons. Hell yeah.
Let's go, boy.
Yeah.
Go back.
Alright guys, I am in the process of working on a Q&A episode in which I answer your most frequently asked questions. So far, I got 2 of them. And they are, why am I hiking the Appalachian Trail for a second time? And what kind of camera / backpack mount do I use? So if you guys have any other questions you want to ask me, whether it's about my diet, my daily average, what states I like the best, anything at all, do me a favor, ask those questions in the comments below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And I hope to have this episode up in the next week to week and a half. Yeah, make sure you ask them below. Thanks a lot for tuning in to another episode of Grizzle Gear, the Appalachian vlog, and mahalo.